Hi folks, this is Ward from Southern California here, and today we're going to try and diagnose some of the limp home mode problems with the 1993 Mercedes SL600 V12. As you can see, the vehicle's in very good condition. We're going to get to the engine now. According to factory records, the main wiring harness was replaced 4 years ago by previous owner, and the vehicle just passed its California smog test with flying colors approximately 90 days ago. Approximately 1 week after passing its smog check, it went into limp home 6-cylinder mode and has been that way ever since. Please note the reference numbers for the engine module should you need to do research on it. Bank 1, Bank 2, E-gas, ASR, and master module. Also of note, the number 2 fuse burned up after the car went into limp home mode. After I rewired the electronic actuators, the fuse problem on the master module went away. It now does not burn fuses. All lights come on and are working, and it always goes into, upon starting, it goes into ASR mode and SRS mode. It is in limp home mode right now. In trying to diagnose which bank would be the suspect bank, there was no consistent evidence of which bank it was, because no matter which part I disabled, such as unplugging the electrical on the
mass airflow,
plugging the airbox door with a towel, removing the throttle body completely, undoing the center distributor wire, or completely removing left-hand, right-hand modules,
results were inconsistent.
as long as I just did one bank or the other. Obviously, if I removed both distributor wires, the motor would not run. This made it extremely difficult to diagnose which bank was suspect. I will now choke off the airflow to each bank and both sides to show any differences in RPM or engine changes. Driver's side intake bank shows RPM change. I will now remove the
MAF wiring harnesses
one at a time. Interesting results on that one. The humming noise came back on after the engine was restarted.
In a nutshell, you get mixed results.
By removing the distributor center wire and or removing the modules. There is nothing concrete that points to one side or the other. This is the remains of the original electronic actuator or throttle body wiring harnesses, each containing about 12 wires. They were burned completely from end to end, if you can see this. There's no insulation on any of them, and whatever insulation had turned into this fine plastic dust. Both harnesses, which are approximately 2 feet in length, were completely burned. I attempted to rewire these harnesses by hand as best I could, but I don't have the facilities or the knowledge to know that. And that's why this is going off to Victor in New York. That's a Mercedes SL600 wiring harness. Biodegradable.
Now, using this wiring in a $130,000 car seems insane, if not a formula for disaster. So we'd like to give a shout out to Miss Tara M. at Mercedes headquarters, New Jersey. Tara, you're still ignoring the fact that your cars catch fire, and your "I'm sorry" letter doesn't cut it with me. 4 words come to mind here, Tara: Chevrolet recall, criminal indictments. Now let's get back to the video.
Attempting to run the engine with the right side EA harness disconnected. Running with the EA right side harness connected. Incidentally, a very strong gasoline smell after that last experiment. Attempting to run with the driver's side EA power disconnected. A pretty significant throttle fluctuation. Attempting to run with both EAs disconnected.
There are 2 wires originating from the driver's side mass airflow wiring harness, not attached to anything.
It appears to go nowhere within about a radius of
1 foot.
The color code is red and blue and gray white. Victors, here's your throttle control units, driver's side numbers, and passenger side numbers. This is the driver's side fender well master wiring harness, and it would appear that this has been replaced or is in good shape and has not started to deteriorate. I cannot get any breaks or cracks out of it. EA upstream multi-core connectors upstream from the EA units. The wiring appears to be in good shape on these. I've just opened one of these and you can see the insulation is in good condition and they are strong. If it's of any relevance, all 5 computer modules have been removed and reseated securely.